Hi, friends. Welcome back to another episode of The Word on the Street Is with Michael and Gaby, where we mention it all about your favorite Bravo celebrities and the shows that they star in.
Hey everyone, this week it's just us two. It was a pretty quiet week, so it'll probably be a quick episode. The low deck is done, and Potomac doesn't start for another week or so. Um, and Shaw's was pretty boring too, so we're probably not going to cover that. So we really just wanted to talk about New York and Beverly Hills. We also both watched The Bachelorette, so we were going to maybe touch on that too, since we didn't really have that much else to talk about. And there really is not that much Bravo news right now either. We're still waiting for the Atlanta cast shakeup.
Yeah. Well, we did just get the Potomac season 6 taglines. I thought for the most part they were pretty good. I
Yeah.
didn't really roll my eyes at too many of them.
Yeah, I liked most of them. The only one I didn't really like was Ashley's, but Um, I liked Giselle's and Robin's was like okay, but I liked Wendy's a lot and Karen and Giselle's.
Yeah, Karens are always really funny. I love
Yeah,
Karens.
the three adjectives gave me like Marge's was similar to Marge's last season when it was and sometimes I instigate.
And her first one too. I bring the power, the party,
Yeah,
pigtails.
they love to have three adjectives in there.
Yeah,
Well, I guess pigtails isn't it?
Teresa can't think of three adjectives, so that's why she just does love, love, love.
Love, love, love.
I'm
I
sorry,
just
that was me.
love, love, love.
Sorry, that was me being bitchy.
No, that's funny.
So I wanted to give some of my current hot takes on The Bachelorette. I personally am enjoying Katie more as a bachelorette than I did her as a contestant on Matt's season. I think she seems a lot more confident in herself as the bachelorette. She just always seemed really out of her element when she was a contestant. So I think she's thriving better here. And contestant wise, her season, I I'm kind of unsure about Greg if he's authentic or not. Like I know he went to acting school and stuff. That's not a problem for me. But he like I think he's like a professional actor currently, which is that's what's worrisome to me. And so I worry he's not there for the right reasons. And apparently he like hasn't even mentioned to Katie yet. Like unless they haven't shown that on the show yet,
Hmm.
he hasn't even mentioned it, which is a red flag to me.
I don't really like him. I don't know. I think everyone's like obsessed with him. I don't really care about him, honestly. Yeah, but yeah, I like Katie more as a bachelorette. I I didn't dislike her on Matt's season, but I'm liking her more now. I feel like she's like no bullshit, like just cut to the chase, which I enjoy. I don't really like that Blake guy. I think it's like weird how they always like bring a like old contestant back randomly, like that Heather girl. And I didn't watch um Colton season, so I didn't really know Heather. But it's like weird how they'll just randomly come on just to like, I don't know. I think the production probably does it. My favorites are I think Michael, the one that lost his wife, and I like the guy that was a cat that dressed up as a cat,
Connor.
Connor. And
Yeah.
he can also play he's also good at music, so that's a bonus.
Yeah. Michael, who is a widow, he is really, really sweet.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
When he said, um, I'm lucky if this works out, like I'd just be lucky enough to like fall in love twice. Like,
Yeah.
sweet.
I just I feel like I don't know. It's Katie's probably not gonna pick him because it's hard to like live up to like somebody's I
He'll
don't
be
know.
he'll be a fan favorite though, and I could see him being the next bachelor.
Yeah.
So I
Kind
feel
of like
like, of
Emily Maynard, if you remember her. She was like a single mom and
course.
she was a fan favorite. So
The first season I ever watched of any Bachelor show in the franchise was Brad Womack, his second time as the Bachelor. And anyone who watched that season will remember that Emily Maynard was the winner of that season. So
I think
it was one of my like first people I knew and have like kind of
Yeah.
followed all these years. She's had 4 kids since being on the show.
Oh, because she had the one little blonde girl. What was her? I don't remember her name.
Ricky. Ricky
Oh, okay. Yeah.
is the name of her husband that died.
What was her daughter's name?
Ricky, also named, she named
Oh,
her
okay.
after died. Yeah.
Okay. I think that was the first season I watched too, actually, because she was one of the first that I really liked. Well, and I really liked Erica Rose, who we saw on Below Deck.
Speaking of Erica from Below Deck, I was watching a clip from her being on Bachelor Pad, and there was like this horrible scene where the contestants were supposed to throw pie at the person they found most unattractive out of all the girls, and every single guy threw it at Erica. And
I
like,
remember
now,
that.
I can't, who first of all, who thought that was a good idea, and who second of all approved it for television? Like, that was so
Yeah.
demeaning. I can't believe that I had forgotten about that. That was really bad.
I always thought Erica was kind of out of place on Bachelor shows. I think she's like too iconic to be on Bachelor. Bachelor is like more basic. I feel like she needs to be on like Real Housewives or Bravo.
Yeah, because she has like the attitude for it, and I think she's got some money.
Yeah, so she was like honestly better than Bachelor. I
Yeah,
feel like Bachelor, yeah,
she was in the wrong reality TV universe.
for sure. But anyway, should we get into New York?
Yes, this week with New York, Ebony wanted to share with the women how important Harlem is to her, and she set up a really, really beautiful dinner.
Yeah, I thought she did a really good job. I think, like we've said, like it's not her job to educate these women, but it really does seem like, I mean, this is kind of her job in real life is to educate people. And um, I think it's something she's passionate about, which is great. And I thought she did a good job with it. I just feel like it's tough with Ramona, Lou, Sonia. Their attention spans aren't that long for something like this. So
How sad is that? They're women in their 50s and 60s and they can't like even for a little bit pretend to be interested. That is so sad.
and Ramona needs a like itinerary for the dinner, like a kindergartner.
I can't, oh my gosh. She like every time I think she can't enrage me anymore, she does.
Mm-hmm. Never be surprised with her.
Like I was so upset with her behavior towards Ebony when they were like sitting down and talking. Like there was no reason Ramona had to get so nasty and like storm away when all Ebony said was, "Isn't it exciting that we're going to have our first female president?" Like just trying to find
Yeah.
common ground.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's all she was trying to do. I think she was literally just trying to find common ground and, find something that they could both agree on, even if they didn't agree on politics. But I think it's very apparent this season that Ramona is being a little bit more cautious with what she's saying. And I don't know, she's trying not to get canceled. And she got a lot of shit for going down to Florida during the pandemic and stuff. So I think she's just like trying not to say anything so that she like doesn't get shit for it. So even like that conversation, she was just trying to avoid it.
Yeah, that still doesn't work for me. Like she was pretty much gaslighting Ebony.
Yeah.
Not pretty much. She was gaslighting Ebony. She had no interest in listening to her. It was really upsetting to watch, honestly.
Yeah. I really what I will say is I want to see I love that Ebony like is passionate about Black history and educating the women, but I do also want to see her like let loose and like have fun and not have to worry about like educating these women too. Like I want to see other sides of her, not saying that I don't enjoy what she's doing, but I do want to see like more from her.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she just feels like she doesn't have that. she's not able to. I feel like she
Yeah.
feels like she has an obligation to like always stay true to her and what she believes.
Yeah.
So I just feel like she doesn't feel like she has that luxury the way Ramona and the other women do.
Yeah, no, I agree. I respect that.
But yeah, I just, again, super team Ebony, anti Ramona to the fullest extent.
Yeah, Team Ebony also. What did we think about Bershon?
She's interesting. Um, she's very like extroverted,
Yeah.
and she seems like she is fun, like a good time. We only did see her very briefly, so
Hmm.
I can see why Ebony was feeling a little bit like overshadowed, not overshadowed. What was the word she used? Oh, I think she felt belittled by Bergeron
Oh
a
yeah.
little bit, which I could see from Ebony's point of view, but I really don't think Bershon intended to do that to another Black woman.
No, I liked her a lot. I thought she was vibrant and energetic, and she had good energy. So I'm excited to see more from her. It's a little concerning that she's friends with Ramona, but um, I'm happy to have her versus like more of Heather. I don't know if it was if she came on because Heather left or what, but I'm thankful to have her over Heather.
Yeah. Yeah, I really want to see more of Bershon. I hope she like doesn't only show up sporadically and we barely get to know her, because then what's the point?
Yeah.
So,
And we also learned from Leah on Watch What Happens Live that the trip to the Hamptons was only 3 nights, yet they sucked out like 6 episodes of that. So next week they're going to be going on the Salem trip. So I'm guessing after, they'll probably suck out another like 6 episodes of the Salem trip and then do a finale. So I honestly think although I don't know if we've gotten a mid-season trailer, have we?
not yet.
So we're probably about halfway done with the season though, because I mean, I understand why they're doing that though, because they can't really do anything in the city right now.
Yeah.
So the only way for them to really get content is to travel and like do a trip and have a house together or whatever. So
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense. And it's a weird season because of COVID, but I don't hate the season like a lot of people do.
Me either. I don't hate it at all.
Yeah.
I will tell you, sorry to circle back to Ebony's dinner. I wanted to say how obsessed I was with like the cards she handed out to everybody that
Mhm.
like assigned them to like a historical Black figure in history. I thought that
Yeah.
was amazing. I'd heard of a few of the people she assigned, but a few of them I hadn't heard of. So I looked up, well, I looked up all of them again, even the ones I had heard of, just to like refresh myself on some other interesting facts about them.
Oh, nice.
Um,
Did you look up EJ Walker?
CJ Walker. I, that's so funny. I actually did look her up after they first mentioned her on the show.
Yeah.
Anytime I hear a historical figure I've never heard of, I'll go and look them up.
Gotta get ready for Jeopardy.
Exactly. So now we're going to head out of the East Coast over to the West Coast to our Beverly Hills ladies. Oh, God, this season is so good.
I know I'm loving this season a lot. It's definitely the best show on Bravo right now, in my opinion. But we started out with Erica and Sutton hanging out. They were in Sutton's new Bentley, and somebody yelled at Erica, "Don't divorce your husband," which she should not listen to that.
Oh
But
my
it's funny.
that person on that Hollywood tour got their money's worth and then some. They literally saw
Seriously.
Housewives of Beverly Hills drive by. They clearly knew who she was because they yelled that at her. So if that were me, I would have been so happy.
Imagine just like doing a tour and there's fucking Erica and Sutton, like
In a Bentley, just driving.
jealous. I'm jealous.
So jealous.
But it's kind of weird seeing them together because we know that there is going to be some drama later in the season, but it's like there's no indication right now that that relationship is going downhill.
Yeah, I'm so curious what the catalyst is going to be for the or what or what.
Or what? The teeth.
You're so good at that.
um, I
Uh,
know you said that you don't like Crystal's daughter, but she's giving me Melania vibes, so I'm here for it.
I like little Melania way more than Chris.
Well, yeah,
Well,
that's not
okay.
even
I
a
not that I dislike Zoe. She just seemed like she went from 0 to 80 really fast. However, I know every child can have a bad day, tantrum,
yeah.
a part of childhood, but I am curious if that's how she is every time. And if that is the case, then I'm not so interested in seeing Zoe on camera because screaming children just, I don't want to see that in real life. I'm not really
Yeah,
interested on it on TV. That's all.
I kind of like watching it, but
Well, when it's every once in a while, but it didn't feel like Melania throwing a tantrum, which always like seemed to go really well with everything. This just felt like, oh, Crystal's working out and she's like screaming, not she doesn't want to
yeah,
come inside. Like, what's going on?
that's true.
Like, it was
Well,
no, give me pizza, you old troll.
yeah, that was way better. Well, on a serious note, we learned that Kyle Bouvet died, so rest in peace.
AKA the boring goldfish of Garcelle's home.
Yeah,
That was so funny.
the shade.
Of course, the Kyle one died
I
though.
know, of course. Like, it couldn't be more perfect.
Yeah.
Although I think that their friendship is like fine now.
I think it's superficial and it never will be
Yeah.
more than that.
Yeah, but it's not like I don't think there's like beef between them. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think Garcelle will ever fully like want to be best friends with her after what
No,
happened with the silent auction thing.
and definitely not Rena.
Oh my God, no, definitely not Rinna. Oh, well, speaking of Garcelle, talking about Rinna, Garcelle was just on Watch What Happens Live the other day, and she dropped kind of an odd hint to Andy saying that Denise kind of wants to come back to Beverly Hills. And Andy was like, what? As we're all of us were hearing that. The caveat is Denise will only come back if somebody leaves. I wonder who that could be.
Yeah, well, girl, bye, because you had your chance. You could have had your sit down with Brandy, given us what we wanted, and you ran from everything. So we don't want you back. Sorry. And at least Rena shares her life. So
Yeah, it really felt like you want to come back. Are you kidding me? No.
no, you didn't prove yourself last season that you even wanted to be on the show, which is fine. Maybe the show wasn't cut out for you, but don't come back. And
Yeah,
they paid her like $1 million to do nothing. So
I really wonder how much truth there is to Garcelle saying that. Not that I think Garcelle's a liar at all. I just wonder if like Denise said that to Garcelle and Garcelle took it seriously.
yeah, I wondered too if it was just kind of like, oh yeah, like just threw it out there.
Yeah, I don't want Denise back. Please, for the love of God, no.
No, they're not gonna bring her back. I thought it was interesting when Erica and Garcelle were sitting down and Garcelle really just cuts to the chase with everything. She's like, "Oh, I heard Tom was with another woman," and Erica denied that. Yet I don't know when she posted about it, but the whole Trisha Bigelow thing, like when she posted that on Instagram, I don't think we're there yet because it's not been mentioned on the show. But I think Erica keeps. I don't think she was. I mean, she was lying, but I think she keeps things to herself until she wants to.
She omits things for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
We also saw Rinna talking about Scott Disick for the first time in regards to dating her daughter Amelia, who is 19. Scott Disick is 37. And for those of you who live under a rock, Scott Disick was with Kourtney Kardashian for a very long time, and they have 3 children together. And he has become kind of notorious at this point for dating much younger women. He's kind of like Leo DiCaprio status. He gets older, but the
Mhm.
women stay the same age.
Yeah. I mean, at 19, do you want to be a stepmom to 3 kids? No. I don't want to be a stepmom to kids ever. So I don't know. This is kind of an interesting storyline. I don't know. I'm kind of here for it.
I'm so here for it. I almost wonder if like I feel like Scott, obviously he's into her, like she's a young 19-year-old. But
Yeah, and
I
she's
wonder if
gorgeous.
yeah, she's stunning. I wonder if she's doing this as like a PR thing to like help her career.
I mean, maybe because if you're connected with the Kardashians, then I don't know. I mean, that Jordan Woods girl, she's not friends with them now, but she's still like people know her name. I don't know. So yeah, it definitely could be.
Yeah, I almost wonder how genuine it is on her side because she posted in one of her Instagram stories, like I think the man of my dreams referencing Scott or something. Like she posts like very lovey-dovey things about him. Uh,
Yeah.
so I don't know. I'm skeptical about it all.
Yeah, I don't really know what to think, but I don't know. I don't really follow the Kardashians, so
Yeah, I don't the way I used to.
yeah.
Uh,
But then we also had Sophia surprising Portia, and I literally laughed so hard when at Portia's reaction. The screaming, and she was like, I can't breathe. We know where she gets that drama from, aka her mom.
when I look at her, I can't believe how much she looks like Mauricio.
She does.
But Portia still looks very feminine though. But
Yeah,
still all I can see is
I
Mauricio.
know. I do too.
But Portia also looks exactly the same as Alexia. Like we already know what Portia's gonna look like once she's Alexia's
Yeah.
age because she'll look like Alexia.
Yeah, I think all three of them actually look more like their dad.
Farrah, Kyle's oldest daughter from her first marriage, I think she's
Yeah.
so gorgeous.
Yeah, she is. I wonder if it's like weird for her, like, I don't know, your three youngest sisters. I mean, I know Mauricio does treat her like a daughter, but I don't know.
Well, this is a fun fact about Farrah. So I think we said this in the very first episode, but I'm going to repeat it now really quickly. Farrah, as we all know, she every year for her birthday has Farrahween because her
Mhm.
birthday's on Halloween. One year for her birthday, Big Papa, aka Kim Zolciak's man from season 1, 2, and 3 of Atlanta, her sugar daddy, who was obviously super married. He's still married to the same woman. He has children with her. One of his said children that I just referred to was at Farrahween one year and took a photo with Farrah, and it was like posted on Instagram. So I'm so curious what she knows about like her dad and Kim, and if she's ever like shared it with Farrah, and if that ever made it to Kyle.
Yeah, that's a interesting crossover that you wouldn't. That's just kind of random.
Very random. Oh, Kathy Hilton just being an icon again,
Always.
getting everything wrong.
I love when she called Dorit her English girl, but to be fair, Dorit does act like she's from Europe and England and she's a child of the world and she talks about it all the time. So that was like a fair mistake to make on Kathy's part.
For when she said, I'm a child of the world, I wanted to be like, tell me you're pompous without telling me you're pompous.
She does pretend like she's an English girl. So
Yeah, she does. And I mean, I get it. She is married to an English person. It does alter the way you speak a little bit, but
girl,
it,
bye, not that extent.
yeah, yeah,
um,
Kathy not knowing what Mazel Tov meant.
what did we think about Sutton's bow?
Um, I'm not sure. It was really funny though when she referenced like being called Thomasina and like doing the eyes like with her hands. That was really funny. I love that Kathy calls her that.
Yeah, that was funny. I thought the bow was a no just because it was like it looked wrinkled. Like I'm like, I don't know, it looks sloppy to
I just
me.
think Sutton, like for someone who owns a store and has crazy, like tons amount of money, she really doesn't dress very well.
I think that's just her style. It doesn't look good, but it's what she likes, so
I mean,
good for her, I guess. But so then yeah, we had more of the Sutton and Crystal drama, which I like the feud. But I thought like Sutton was like, you do not want to see me angry. That was pretty laughable. Like I
I
can't take
know.
her seriously.
Yeah, that was really funny.
And then when she said Mr. Poppins.
I know Garcelle was like, is that Mary Poppins, man? What the hell? That was
That
so
was random.
Garcelle has really good commentary.
Yeah, she does. She doesn't really get involved that much in the drama, but she's like a good like additional. She's kind of like a good like Candy in a way, you know?
Yeah, like really good shade commentary, very witty. I enjoy that from Garcelle a lot.
Yeah.
I love that like ombre blue wig and
Yeah, I love that too. Yeah.
really good on her.
And I liked even though it was a lot, I did like Dorit's coat look. But Garcelle's comment about that was funny too. It's like whenever Dorit wears something, you know it's designer. You do not have to question what it is. Which to some people is tacky, and to me it can be tacky, but I think Dorit just executes it well.
Agreed.
Well, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, again, it was pretty quiet. We just had basically 2 episodes. But in another week and a half, we'll have Potomac to talk about. So we'll be back to 3 shows. Hopefully, Salt Lake City soon. Fingers crossed.
That was amazing.
But we'll see. And some Atlanta cast shakeup.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you next week.